Okay, now that we have, now that we can parse streams of postings, I know I said in the last video that um, currency value parsing was next, but I think it's best to start with date parsing because currently the date parsing doesn't actually work properly. Actually, before we start, I'm gonna commit the changes from last time. Let me make sure there's no extraneous output. Yeah. And let's see where the date parsing happens. Right at the beginning of the parse posting function. And yeah, so we left it to do here to make sure that these are valid dates. I kind of realized there's probably an easier way to do this because C has stirp time built in, which will take care of all the date parsing for us. So I figure we might as well use this. So we can include time.h up here. Actually, let me reorder these alphabetically. And let me see if default source includes macros. Actually, we can probably just call stirp time down here and see if it breaks anything. So the end of the date, stirp time returns the end for the first character that it doesn't read, and we'll give it the buffer as the first parameter. We'll give it our date format, which is this as the second parameter, and as the third parameter we need a pointer to a tm struct, and we can, instead of these fields, we can add a tm struct into the posting struct. You can just give it the address of that, and go ahead and get rid of all this code because we don't need it anymore. This will do parsing correctly. If we get null out, that means it failed to parse the string, which is which we obviously want to return -1 for. The only question is, how do we make sure that the string is long enough? Because this buffer isn't necessarily null terminated. So I think a reasonable way to do this, at least for the next 8,000 years, I don't know about after that, we can see if the length is less than if the length is less than the strlen of that fixed string, that means there can't possibly be enough data on the buffer to deal with our format here. So that should make sure we have enough data on the buffer to actually parse this out. And then of course we deal with the white space later on, so we just need to worry about the date at the beginning. So once we have this, we can add, or we can do buff equals date end and length. Actually, we should set the length first, so we preserve buff plus equals date end minus buff, rather minus equals date end minus buff, and buff equals date end. And let's see if this builds. Okay. Got rid of our red variable that was previously declared, so that's why that's there. We don't need these assignments anymore. And yeah, okay, we need to add X open source. Cool. This didn't break our other parsing, it looks like. So then we can come down here, and we don't need here. I'll go ahead and just print out the fields in the tm struct here. So p time dot tm year, p time dot tm the month, and p time dot tm m day for the day of the month. And we'll see what we get. Is that right? Yeah, it looks right. So the tm struct holds for the year and offset from the year 1900, so that's right. And then the first year is 0 in the tm struct, so that's right. Let's change some of these dates here. Actually, yeah, this will be a good test to make sure we're dealing with invalid dates properly. And yeah, it looks like we are, because it just bails out over there. Although we should probably print an error at some point, but I'll worry about that later. Wonder if that'll work. Yeah, it seems. Does that work? Yeah, that does work. So, by using stirp time, we made our format a little more flexible, just by accident. But it's not like it really matters. And I think that's it for switching out the date stuff. So now our date parsing is more robust. And I'll go ahead and commit this. And that was pretty quick. So I guess while we're here, while we're doing, while we're cleaning stuff up, it might be a good idea to make a Makefile about now. So we'll say, call our executable sledger, and it requires main.c, and we take main.c and have sledger as the output. Cool. So we'll add the Makefile as well. And that, I think we'll do it for the video, because I don't want to talk that much. My voice is a little hoarse. But yeah, next time I guess we will do currency parsing, which will be more interesting than this video.